Welcome back to Smok'n Jay's Garage. I already started filming this and then my phone went off and I got distracted, so this is take two here. So I already opened up one of these, but I saved one of them so that we could still open up this on camera as well. These are jet ski fenders from Kemimoto. Check these out here. These are, try not to lose all of our garbage here. It's a little bit windy in the background. These are jet ski fenders. They are not really two-piece, but right, they've got the pivot here so that you can go right across the rub rail, whether it be your boat or your jet ski or whatever you're using it on. They do come with some rope. You can see that they've got the loop in it, so you can just loop that around. And you can run this, obviously the center one is probably going to be the one you're going to want to hang it from. But if you want to run these sideways across something, or if you want to run them in the middle or tie them together, all kinds of different holes here. And I like variety and I like options. And check out the options that they give us here. They've got these screws with washers. I don't know if you can see them in the bag, but screws and washers. And you can go ahead and screw these right into your dock. If you're not using this, I wouldn't recommend screwing it into your jet ski unless you really waterproof it good, because otherwise you might take on more water than you anticipated. But you can go ahead and you can screw this right to your dock if you want to use this as a bumper on your dock. Maybe one on your jet ski, one on your dock. Because this moves here, you can go ahead, you can put this around a corner either way. It has a lot of options and I like that. This is a very, usually these are like foam, right? And I think this probably is foam as well, but it's a very dense foam. It's very firm, so we can probably a fair amount of pressure on that without any damage to whatever we are trying to protect. Now these are probably going to be a little bit small for my boat, so right here out of the screen, I don't know if you can see it, we got a jet ski over there. So we're going to take this out to the dock, we're going to try it out on the jet ski. All right, we're on the dock now with a jet ski. Now the original, the launching dock was actually pretty rough there, so it was actually bouncing a lot. It's a floating dock. So I want you to check this out here though. So this really allows us to kind of fit underneath there. These bend enough, it gives it a good contour so that we can actually offer some protection, even though the jet ski itself sits below the rub rail of this particular dock. Try to get you a look here again in the sun. And another thing that I didn't mention, I was looking at the directions actually, and the way that you can also wrap these around like a pole. You would need a smaller pole than this one here, but if you had a pole, you could go ahead and you could wrap that fender right around there and use all of those holes on the side, would wrap right around there. Would be a good way to protect yourself from a pole if you had that, if it was smaller than what those poles are there. So check these out if you think that it's something that you would be interested in. Let me pull this out here again. Take a look at these now that they've had a little bit of use on them. A little bit of water that pools up on the side there, but nothing is inside. I had fenders similar to this one, the same style, and they would leak a lot of water. Once we get this little bit of water that's in there out, they don't leak all over the place, and I like that. You can check these out on Amazon.com. I will leave a link in the description if you want to check these out. Just for fun, we're going to go ahead and throw these on my boat just to see how they look. Now, if I put the half here, the bendy part, right? If I put this right over my rub rail so that it can go on either side, you can see that it really doesn't do much, at least at the angle or at the height that my rub rail is compared to this dock. As the rub rail goes down farther, you can see that depending on where we would put it, it would work better, but for the purpose of this boat and this dock, these aren't the ideal fenders for me, I don't think, in this situation. But I like these, and I'm going to keep them. I'm going to keep them handy in case I'm with somebody with a smaller boat or with a jet ski or a different dock. It would probably work really good if I had them over here, because We'll get the rub rail here a lot closer to the dock, and I think that we would get a lot more, we get a lot better use out of them over there, because as you can see, the rub rail sits up quite a bit higher than the dock here. So, but on the jet ski, they worked awesome. We loved them there. So if you're in the market for some fenders, whether they be for a small boat, whether they be for a jet ski, for your dock, whatever, these might be something that you want to take a look at. Check them out. Again, the link is in the description below. If you watch this channel for the first time and you haven't already, and you want to, boom, please subscribe.